What does it mean to close? Can someone tell me what that actually means?
Get business.
Stand up, don't shout out. Who wants to tell me what closing means?
Get the business.
Nobody. All right, I got $20. Who wants to tell me what closing means? What does it mean to close?
End the meeting.
To end the meeting. The home meeting. You just lost $20. But I'm going to give you a chance to try again. If I'm going to close someone, I am asking them to do what? Come on, you're saying it. Help me. He's got $20 on the line. I'm asking them to join, to sign up. When I am closing, I'm asking them, see, look, you just ran a little bit. All right, but he played the game. Y'all wouldn't. So guess what? He's $20 richer. Well, I've only got 5. I'll owe you 15. Oh, the next one's 100. All right. I'm going to tell a quick story about Mamaw. Mamaw was in my first business. Mamaw was the best closer I've ever seen. Because Mamaw didn't let them get away. Mamaw was amazing. What's your name, brother? Raymond? Thank God, a normal name instead of Raymond. So, Mamaw would be here with Raymond. After the presentation's over, Raymond's Mamaw's guest. Mamaw woke up, I'm going to be Mamaw. Hey, Raymond, baby, let's get you signed up. You ready to make some money? Yes, sir. Raymond, you way too easy. Sit down. Getting too loud. Ready, set, go. I need some help. Ed Jr., come up here. Come on, be tough. Come on, son. Time's money. Move.
How tough?
Here we go. So, Eddie. Yes. Let's get you signed up. I asked tough questions. Okay, baby, what's your question? How long have you been doing this? I just started yesterday. Let's get you signed up. Does your mama know you do it? Absolutely. That's her over in a wheelchair. Let's get you going, baby. You want to see how easy it is to set up your website? I have to talk to my wife. You didn't bring her? No, I don't bring her anywhere. I understand. I think it's her choice. Come on now, you can do this. Listen, if you decide you want to do this and she's against it, we've always got a couple of days to cancel. So let's get you started because you know how impressed she's going to be when you buy her that new Armani toothbrush. Let's get you started, baby. Come on, sign up. Well, how much money have you made? Not a damn thing because you ain't signed up yet. I swear to you, that was Mamaw's response to the meeting. Right? Hear me, guys. Yes. Give Eddie a round of applause. Look, I think the training becomes a lot easier if you treat your businesses as if you're raising kids. Everything you do, if you come at it from a child perspective, parenting, teaching, mentoring, helping, if you come as that aspect, because here's the deal. Would you tell a kid, go up there and pick that up? No. Every time you say, let me help you. Come on, we can do it. Let me show you how. You see the difference? So in closing with them, all you're doing is asking them to join. Let's get some of those lines. You need to be comfortable with it. How many of you honestly feel like you have trouble closing the deal, asking them to join? You know why? Because you don't know what to say. So let's talk about that. Let's get you started. Let me show you how to make your first check. Let me show you how easy it is to set up your website. How about we start making some money tonight? Now, 9 out of 10 times, when you ask them to join, there's going to be one of two things. They're going to say yes, or they got questions. Right? Questions are truly objections. Can we agree? Yes. My training, my belief, is you try to answer a couple questions. Not argumentatively, not fighting, give them information, but then you close again. Prime example. Stand up. You be my telephone. Tell me you don't have the money. Okay. Let's get you started.
All right, let's go.
Sit down. Tell me you don't have the money. Okay. Let's get you started.
I
I don't have the money.
I knew you were a loser. No, that don't work. Here's what you do. Let me show you how no risk involved we can make this work for you. If money wasn't an issue, would you do
If money was no issue, yes.
it? We just solved this problem, didn't we? Now I got a yes. Now, I will tell you this. I have helped people get started. If anyone says different, they're lying. But I will not pay anyone to get in the business. I'll help them. Hey, my yard needs to be mowed. You want to mow it? Hey, how about we go talk to some people? We'll figure out the money deal later. Because here's what will happen. If I take him and I go talk to him and he's ready to go, how many of you think he can find the money now? There's always a solution. When they give you the question or the objection, try to answer it. Follow up with, could you join my team then? Would you like to make money then? If they say no, then you understand there's a different objection, yes? After a couple of questions or objections, I'm done. I'm not going to get into an argument. I'm not going to get into a debate. I'm not going to try to convince them or twist them or manipulate them. I'm simply going to say, well, I'll tell you what. Have you ever had somebody tell you that they need to pray about it? Hey, look, I think prayer is important. I tell them, man, that's a good deal. You go pray about it. I'm going to call you tomorrow. It's 11:45. I'll call you at 12 o'clock tomorrow. If it takes more than 24 hours of prayer, you need more prayer than I can help. There's no problem with them wanting to think about it, to pray about it. Now, you do have to give them some warnings. How many of you have ever had anybody go try to do it before they've done it? Yes. Here's what I tell a new prospect. I said, look, I understand you want to talk to your wife. That's perfectly fine. But do not go out and try to sell this. Do not go out and try to be an associate, because you haven't signed up yet. And then I always use this analogy. Your mud puddle is only so big. I want to teach you, before you stir it up, how to drink out of it. Don't muddy the water. Would you go let someone operate on you that ain't never done it before? No. Why would you go try to explain this to people? You ain't even made the decision if it's for you. I tell them before then. Does that mean that they're not going to go try? No. A lot of them still do, don't they? But now they can't say it's your fault or the company's fault. It's theirs because they didn't follow the system. Does that make sense? Guys, everything you do is about setting them up for success. So I tell them, don't go try to pre-sell it. And then I give them a little action deal. Here's what we're going to do. While you're praying about it between now and tomorrow, start making a list of people you think can kill this. Start coming up with some folks you think would be a success. Start coming up with the people you want you and I to talk to. You see, I'm assuming that they're already joining. And when they start making that list, or if they start thinking about people, how many of you have had somebody say, when you get to the close, and you say, let's get you started, we're going to make this go. I done been thinking of people. I write them down while you was talking. You ever had that happen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't that exciting? You know that person's got it, right? It's real simple if you keep it simple. Don't try to sell them. Don't try to explain. Don't try to manipulate. And then, if they're not ready, just invite them to the next home meeting. Invite them to the next event. Any questions, any comments, any additions or thoughts? Yes, sir. Stand up and tell them what your name is.
Russell Knoll.
Say hi, Russell.
Hi, Russell.
I recently had a younger gentleman said, I don't have a credit card. How can I do this without a credit card?
Okay, wait. Did you have a response for him?
Yep.
That's right. Look, this is why we're here. Who has the solution for him? We know what the solution is. Stand up. Tell everybody your name. Tell him what the solution is.
Have him go buy a gift card.
The gift card works perfectly. So if it's $199 to get in, have them buy a $225 gift card, $25 for the month for the website, and $199.
I guess it's like a wow.
Wait. We're all going to have a chance, but I don't want everybody talking amongst you. We had a hand over here. Anybody want to add to? Yes, sir.
Same thing as Lindsay.
Stand up.
Same thing as Lindsay.
Anybody else want to add? Yes, ma'am. Stand up. All right. You can get a preloaded debit, or he called it a gift card. You can have a way to put cash on an electronic card. There's several different methods. and they can sign up using that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Give them all, yes, sir. Y'all can sit down. Tell everybody who you are, John. No. Did y'all do that? Do I get the 100?
All right, I'm John Marquetti.
Everybody say morning, John.
Morning, John.
I usually keep a gift card on me. And when I'm talking and they don't have a card there, I say, well, if you have the money, I have a card right there. I keep one on me.
Let's give that 4 claps. Ready, set, go. All right. Describe an event. Can a home meeting be an event? Yes. Can you have your own events? Yes. Should you have your own events? Yes. Look, back when I was doing this right, before I became all popular as a number 3 money earner, and I don't know why I still don't do it, I should, but at every BP, every connect, every home meeting, whatever I did, because there were several groups there, my team knew that after the event, we met in the front right corner. And my guys would come together, and that's where I would talk to them, and I'd tell them, this is how this works, this is what we do. I would have an event at the event. It might only be 3 minutes, 5 minutes. But we always recognize who just promoted, gave them a certificate that you printed off, or you bought at Best Buy. Maybe you had a little traveling trophy that one presented to the other, who had sponsored the most people between the last all-city meeting and this all-city meeting. Hey, I want y'all to look at this. Chip is the baby setting machine. So it's possible to have our own event at the event. Matter of fact, if you're not meeting with your team members, if you're not visiting with them before and afterwards, huddling up is what I like to call it, you're missing out on a great opportunity. You understand? Go on. All right, promoting the event. Now here's where Facebook, I think, comes in great. Promoting your event. For people that are watching you, but you're just talking to your team members. Hey, guys, everybody that's on my team, I don't say stream, hey, everybody's on my team, we're going to go down to King of Prussia. We're going to get to hear from Mr. Rob Schneider. He's our founder. What am I doing? I'm sharing it, but I'm not pushing it on anyone. But you should be promoting your event. You should be calling your leaders. Hey, dude, you going to be there tomorrow? Maybe need to show up. Yeah. Last time, Cowboy gave me $100. Have contests among your team. One of my favorite is bean and steak. I have a couple of my team members challenge each other. And you can make it who's going to have the most customers between this all-city meeting and next all-city meeting. And so you two make a deal. You're going to get more customers, or he's going to get more customers. These ladies make the deal. You're going to have more personally sponsored associates, or she's going to have more personally sponsored associates. You two make a deal. You're going to have more people join your whole team coded than he's going to have. Whatever it is. And the rule is, whoever wins, the other guy's got to buy him a steak. The winner has to buy the other guy a bowl of beans. And you just sit around the table, and everybody's competing. It could be a sandwich versus a salad. However you want to do it. But there's a winner and a loser. How many of you have ever seen a racehorse? How many of you have ever seen a racehorse run by itself? They do. How many of you think a racehorse runs faster if there's another horse beside it? That's what we're doing. Create some contests. Anybody got some great ideas on contests they've done? Something they'd like to share? Stand up for me.
I've got a contest that I started about 2 months ago for my team, where we have a pizza party once a month. And the people that get customers, they have to get a minimum of 2 customers that qualifies them to join the pizza party. And then I have a gift for whoever gathered the most customers in a month, and I run that every single month over and over again. And actually the associates, some of them are here, they compete against themselves to be that top customer gatherer.
So if I don't get at least 2 customers, and I'm standing out the window looking through Pizza Hut at you.
You've got to get 2 customers for yourself to be able to qualify to attend the pizza party. You've got to get 1 more for your spouse to attend.
I like that. Anyone else? Let's give that 3 claps. Ready, set, go. share a contest that's worked well. Some of my leaders, love to hear from you. I'll give you one of my favorites. The contest that I run that is probably the most successful is whoever wins gets to be the welcoming person at the home meeting, gets to do the close, gets to do the training. Look, there's nothing more powerful than recognition. Babies cry for it. Grown men die for it. If you allow your, okay, whoever has the most personally sponsored associates, you get to introduce Rob Snyder next week. They'll do that to introduce Rob than they will to get money. Do you see that? Make it about recognition. Not you talking about them, but they get to stand up and go, I did, I said, they came, I am. I hope you understand that. Mm-hmm. All right. This, I think, is, we're only 2 slides away, folks. This is, I think, the most critical thing if you're going to be successful. And it's about the follow-up. I've now shown the plan. We've done a one-on-one, two-on-one, a home meeting. I've asked you to join. We call it closing. Let's sign you up. Let's get you started. Let's start making your first check. What do you do if they say no? Most of us just panic. Yes, ma'am. Stand up.
Dan,
Wait, everybody say good morning, Ann.
I would say, well, it just might not be your time, or it might be 30 days.
You're very close. I like that. And you're right. It's about the follow-up. But it's very important how we say it. Okay, so let's structure that. Everybody give me 2 claps. If I tell Marcy, baby, you're so beautiful, you make time stand still. If I say, baby, your face would stop the clock. They both kind of mean the same thing, don't they? It's important how you say it. Can we agree? Yes. All right, so follow-up. Here's the follow-up. Here's the critical part. Let's get you started. Let's sign you up. I ain't got the money. What if I figure out a way that money's not an issue? Would you still join? Well, I don't know enough people. What if I can teach you how to meet more people? Well, my brother-in-law has an abscess tooth, and I'm supposed to go over to his house tomorrow. Hey, thank you. You did what I've asked. You've looked at the business. I'm just going to submit to you, it's probably not right for you right now. I understand. Them abscess teeth, they can be bad. Now, before you start pulling it, you boil them fires yourself. You don't want to give them no additional infection. I'm going to take it away from them. I'm going to tell them, hey, this probably isn't the right time. It's probably not for you. But going back to your point, I'm going to follow up. And guys, this has literally made me millions. Are you ready? You've done what I've asked. You looked at it. It's not the right time. You don't think you'd be comfortable doing it. I understand that. Would you like to see the savings for yourself? Would you at least be my customer? I always put that in. And when they say yes or no to that, I follow it with this. And guys, this will make you millions. Would it be okay if I called you in 30 days and let you know how I'm doing? I'll never ask you to look at the business again. I'm not going to ask you to join. I would just like to have you as an accountability partner, as someone I can share how my business is going. Y'all see the power in that? You know, I've been doing this industry almost 30 years. I've only had 2 people in 30 years say no. 2. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something bad wrong one time. 99.99999% of the time they go, well, sure. You know why? They don't think you're going to be doing it 30 days from now. And when you call them up, they are impressed. Would it be okay? Guys, learn to say this. Would it be okay if I called you in 30 days and let you know how I'm doing? How I'm doing? My progress. By doing that, you now have a proper method to follow up without being pushy. Or some of you like me, sometimes it's hard to know whether you bring it up or you don't when you do it. Now you've got their permission and you structured it. There's only a couple rules that go with this. Rule number one, you can never ask them to join your team ever again. That's wrong. Now, it's okay if they ask you, but you can't ask them ever again. Would it be okay if I followed up with you in 30 days, let you know how I'm doing? How it's going for me? Does that make sense? Yes, ma'am. No, wait, girl, there's another page. Don't get ahead of me. She said, can you ask for a referral if they know people? Absolutely. We're going to get there. So first, I got to have their permission to put them in my drip campaign, my follow-up. So here's what I do personally. I put their name and number in my phone, on my calendar, 30 days from today. You with me? 30 days, I pick up the phone. Usually it's about 2:30 in the morning, 3 a.m. I'm serious. I don't want to talk to them. I want to leave a message that first time. My first phone call will be something like this. Hey, Rob, this is Randy. Listen, I'm just giving you my 30-day update. Man, I'm killing it. I got some checks. This thing's growing. I went to a training. I'm so excited. Call you next month to let you know how it's going. What have I done? I just established. I want to keep giving him updates. 30 days later, he pops up on my phone. Rob, this is Randy. I just promoted. I am a regional director. That's right, baby. Next month, I'm going to be Starship Commander. Talk to you in a few. Some of the best calls we've ever done. Hey, Rob, this is Randy. And this thing's tough. A lot of people show up, they don't come. All right, I'd already be promoted. I haven't yet. But I'm not quitting. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for being my cousin. I know it's going to work. Guys, you don't have to embellish. You don't have to lie. Just tell the truth. If you don't have bad days in this business, you ain't doing this business.
Yep.
There's going to be times you want to quit. There's going to be times you don't like the people you're around. That's okay. Share it. Give them your progress. If you understand, go, Now, what will happen is, at some point, when you call, they're going to answer and go, hey, you still doing that electric bill? And I want to say the same thing every time. That's why I've been calling you every month for the last 6 months. Oh, yeah. But you don't do that, right? When your child asks a foolish question, you don't tell them they're foolish, do you? Treat everyone as if you're raising your kids, as you're nurturing. You go, yes, by the way I am. Why? Well, they just cut my hours back. They just laid my wife off. I just realized we're having twins. Their life changes. Can we agree with that? Yes. It's not what you say. It's not how you say it. It's about when it's said, the time in their life. So by having a mechanical, methodical 30-day follow-up, you're going to hit them when they're looking. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, you ask any questions, any thoughts on the follow-up, any input? Stand up, Ed. Tell everybody your name.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ed Ennis.
A little louder. We can't hear you.
My name is Ed Ennis. I just want to amplify what Randy said. A couple years ago, I picked him up at the Sheraton in Philly, and we were going to a meeting, and I was asking a few questions about the business, obviously, and he was telling me about a guy that he was working out with in the gym at the Sheraton in the morning. And he said he just talked to him, got a relationship going, and then he said the same thing. He said, I just said to him, would you mind if you become my accountability partner? Because that way you always keep your pipeline going. He said the same exact thing that he just said then. Don't lie to him. He said it's best if you just leave him a message. I had a girl just recently call me about a property I have for sale, and we just started talking to get a relationship going. We never even got into the property. But I asked her, I said, would you be my accountability partner? And she goes, I've been praying for an accountability partner. She said, I would love to. So via email and phone and text, we're just going back and forth. We're talking about anything about Stream. And we just set up a meeting for this Tuesday for lunch. I don't even know if I'm going to bring up Stream at that meeting, but it works. Exactly what Randy said. I thought when he said that, I thought he was really stupid, and when he said that, I thought this is genius. And I've used it quite a few times, and it does work.
Thank you, Ed. When you meet her, wear that cap. It says string. If you don't know which cow you have one, it says string.
Should I not wear it or wear it?
Wear the cow, absolutely. Absolutely. Drive up in that blue Mercedes, right? Guys, I talk and share and give my stream testimony. I just do it as I go. I don't make a point of it. Yes, ma'am, you had your hand up.
So I don't know what's not your but what if you've blown it with quite a few that you really want to go back to?
Perfect. Perfect. Her question is, what do you do if you've blown it with quite a few people and you want to go back? Here's the way I handle it, and I've done this many times. I simply say, hey, I just went to a training. I just realized I've been doing my business all wrong. Because they already know you're in the business, right? They've already told you enough. And you say, I've got to practice it. Can I meet you Tuesday and practice on you? You're my brother. You realize when people go to cosmetology school, they have to get people that will let them cut and dye their hair? If you're becoming a dentist, you have to go find some family members that will let you drill a hole in their head. That's a fact. What you do, ma'am, is you tell them that you're practicing your presentation. I need to practice this. I know you're not going to do it, but just come with me, meet my sponsor, and act like you're interested. Does everybody get that? Do you think that'll work? I promise you it will. You can't mess it up. The only way you can mess it up is by not doing it. All right. Any other questions on the close? Now, it's Anastasia, right? Anastasia asked this question. Can you ask them for referrals? In our little teaser about coming today, we talked about the fact how you can control your own income. We talked about the fact how you can drive down and build up. This, guys, is a way to make all the money you want to make. When I sit down with someone and they tell me they need $5,000 a month, I make it real clear. I got a plan to get you there. I know exactly how to do it. Here's what I need from you. We've got to build your business and get you at least to senior director. You know why I tell them that? Because now I have a number I can work with consistently. What is the leadership bonus for senior director? Come on, say it like you know it.
200.
$200. So as a senior director, what that means is everyone that joins your team and gets 4 customer points in the first 30 days, you make up $200. Here is the business. Tap rooting is what some people call it. Drive down, build up. It's all about your activity to build a team. Have you ever wished that you had someone who was just half as interested as you were? Have you ever wished you had someone that would just do a third of what you do? Understand, guys, to find the diamond, you got to dig through a lot of dirt. In my examples, I think I've shared it plainly that most of the people I talk to don't do a lot, but they lead me to someone who does. Can we agree? Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you a very specific system. Has Rob left?
He walked out for a minute.
Good. Keep him out. I'm not saying what I'm doing is perfectly legal, but it works.
Yeah.
No. All right, so this is you. We're going to use the excuses and the things that we've dealt with. You're in the business. I'm going to teach you how to drive your business down. You go to someone named Adam. You say, Adam, I got something you need to see. Adam says, what is it? Well, that's why we need to get together. It's going to take about 15 minutes. You're going to watch a 7-minute video and we're going to talk. I meet with Adam. I show him the business. When it's over, I say, Adam, let's sign you up. And Adam says, I don't have the money. No problem, Adam. How about I prove to you no money involved, this works. I'm giving you the plan. Whatever the objection is, you say, no problem. How about I teach you no time involved, this works. How about I teach you no credibility involved, this works. How about I teach you no experience involved, this works. How about I teach you, doesn't matter how big your town is, this works. How about I teach you that even if you have bad body hygiene, it's works. You get the point. You go to Adam. Adam says, I don't have the
Money.
Adam, how about I prove to you no money involved, it works. Adam's going to say, how are you going to do that? What do you mean? this is what you say. Adam, who's the one person you were thinking about as you were watching that video, as we were visiting the last 15 minutes, that you know would kill this? That you know would be great at it? Can we agree that everybody looks at it as already thinking about somebody they want to get to do it? Yeah. That's just natural, isn't it? All I'm trying to do is get Adam's prospect. So Adam goes, well, yeah, Bob. I said, Adam, get Bob on the phone and tell him you and I are coming to visit with him. Oh, what do you mean? I'm going to prove to you this works. No money involved. Let's go talk to Bob. Oh, I can't go. Yeah, you can. You ain't got a job. You're dead broke. You got plenty of time. Let's go. So me and Adam get in the car. We go. We talk to Bob. I show the presentation. I say, Bob, let's sign you up. Let's get you started. And Bob says, I don't have the time. Bob, how about I prove you no time involved? This works. I can see you're very successful. You got your office, all these employees. How are you going to do that? Bob, who's the one person you thought of when you saw this that you know could kill it? Well, that would be Charlie. Bob, I know you're busy, but pick up the phone, call Charlie, and tell him that Adam and I are coming to visit. You see, Bob's got influence. Bob is busy, but you know what? He can get people to look. So Bob picks up the phone and he calls Charlie. Now, there's some points here I hope you're picking up on. I didn't ask for Charlie's name and number. If he gives me Charlie's name and number, I'm just some salesman calling. Are you with me? Bob set up the appointment for me and Adam. Everybody following that? So I got Adam with me. Bob ain't got the time. I go see Charlie, and Charlie goes, I've done too many of these things. I ain't got enough credibility. No one will listen to me. I say, Charlie, how about I prove to you credibility doesn't matter? How are you going to do that? Who's the one person you thought of? David. Nice. So now me and Charlie go see David. None of them signed up. But when I get to David, David is like, oh my God, I've been praying for this. This is it. I'm so excited. You know, I've done one of these before. I made a little bit of money. Can you come to a meeting for me at my home next week? Don't you pray for the Davids? Now here's where most people make the mistake. They forget Adam, they forget Bob, and they forget Charlie. That's not only wrong, it's immoral. I think it's illegal. Here's what I want to teach you to do. You're simply going to say, David, that's exciting. We're done, baby. I'm coming here next Tuesday. We're going to do a home meeting. Well, I was hoping tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow night. You see, you found someone that's excited. You found someone that's wanting to work. That's your key person. Do you understand? Yes. So you say, David, I'm sure you can understand this. Before I get you in the system, I got to give Charlie, Bob, and Adam a chance to get in or out. So here's what we're going to do, David. Give me your address. What's your social security number? And I'm going to put it on a sheet of paper. Guys, this is critical. You have to take it and give me that sheet of paper. You have to take it and you have to put their information on paper. You know why? It is a psychological close. It's done. They're written down. Then you flip it around and you write down their 2 customer points. So David, who's going to be your first 2 customers? I'm going to be one, my mom. I put his name, number, all the billing information. So just like I'm putting him in the computer, I've got it written down, and it's just a sheet of notebook paper. It's not a special form. I've got his information and his first 2 customers. Now it'll be 3 customer points because we're at 4, and the website's now 2. Everybody following the numbers? Mm-hmm. What do I have in my hand? That's a minimum of $100. If you're a senior director, that's $300, is it not? Mm. It's real. And understand, I didn't have to manipulate David. David is the one excited. He's ready to sign up. He's actually helping me because I told him I can't get you going until I get these guys in the ground. So I leave David's. I get in the car with Charlie, who has no credibility, and I say, Charlie, David's in. Do you want him or you want me to take him? How many of you think Charlie with no credibility can now come in business? So what I do, I take a second sheet of paper and I put Charlie's name, address, information, just like I'm signing him up, and I get his first 2 customers. Now I take Charlie and David and I go to Bob, who was too busy, wasn't he? I say, Bob, Charlie's ready to go, David's gonna go under him. Do you wanna take him, or should I give him to Adam? How many of you think that Bob's now ready to go? But Bob's gonna be a little difficult. He says, I ain't writing nothing down. I'll do it later when I sign up. I'm gonna say, no, Bob, not the way it works. If I don't have it on paper, it ain't real. I can't put you in the system. We'll just have to skip you. I understand, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I am building it as if they're already in. Can we agree? Now, if Bob goes, nah, then forget, move around Bob. But I promise you, Bob was a referral guy, he's busy, he has businesses, Bob's gonna fill out a sheet of paper. Do you agree? So now you have David, Charlie, and Bob. You turn to Adam in your car and you go, Adam, look, I know you ain't got no money, but you're already 3 deep in your downline. This one's a guaranteed $100 to you. You in or out? How many of you think Adam can find the money then? Drive down, build up. It is, I took the wrong. It is a money maker. As a senior director, you made $300 on Adam. You made $200 on Bob, $200 on Charlie, and $200 on David. 2, 4, 6, 5. Somebody do the math. How much we made? You, on your effort alone, just made $900. You see the power of that? Guys, if you learn to set the appointment, if you learn to follow up, and if you learn to drive your business down, the income potential is unbelievable. Any questions? We'll drive down, build up. I know it's getting to be a long day. Did you have your hand up? If they tell me they don't have the money, I will not give them. I'll help them figure out a way to get